30 seconds until entry.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to episode number 16 for Decipher Wars Radio. I'm your host, Mark Tuttle, Public Relations and Marketing Manager for Decipher Incorporated, and today is the day, release day for Wars TCG. The set is finally hitting local comic and gaming stores right now. A lot of people are already reporting their pack pulls, getting ready for tournaments, and just having a lot of fun cracking the packs open and checking out the great stuff that they'll find in Wars TCG. Now, we're also 10 days away from the Wars TCG first tournament weekend. If you have not figured out where you're going to be for first tournament weekend, you need to hop on Decipher.com and check out the locator, because we are going to help you locate the tournament nearest to you. Now, the first tournament weekend kits are almost gone. If your retailer has not yet ordered theirs, they better do it today, because these things will probably sell out within the next couple of days here. Also, check to see if your local retailer has scheduled their tournament so that all the players in your area know that that event is coming. Now, news of the week, folks. Even though Incursion releases just today, we're already looking ahead a little bit. Here's where you're going to be spending your money over the next couple of months. In January 5th, to be specific, 2005, the first expansion for Wars TCG will come out. It is called Nowhere to Hide. Then in May 2005, the second expansion is called Edge of a Sword. So write those down, folks. Those are the next couple of sets for Wars TCG. All right, our special interview for this week, we decided to kind of bookend the process a little bit. When we started things out, we had Warren Holland in the second and third episodes of Wars Radio, and he's joining us once again. Warren, welcome back to Decipher Wars Radio.
Nice to be here.
It is Wednesday, October 6th.
It is launch day.
This is the day that we have alternately been looking forward to and dreading at the same time.
All right. Yes, it's ready.
We're
ready.
It's there. It's out. People are emailing us, telling us that they're ordering packs. They're getting foils. They're liking what they see. They have games scheduled tonight.
Yep, and I'm hearing great buzz too.
That's good. Let's. We wanted to get you back in here for kind of the special edition of Decipher Wars Radio, kind of to bookend the whole process. We started this 16 weeks ago. Was the first episode of this we put on, and you were on the second and third episode as we talked about really educated people on the storyline and the game mechanics and everything involved in this.
Right.
And that seems like so long ago.
I know it does, doesn't it?
At this point, so let's talk about the process. This is the first time we've done a proprietary trading card game here at Decipher. Was it easier or was it more difficult than you imagined it would be?
Well, actually, I think there's probably elements of both. There was certainly an enormous amount of passion that went into this product. So in some ways, even the hard work, is fun. So, but there were some really trying times of things that we were working through in terms of meeting all the schedules. The schedules are pretty tight. But we just had a wonderful group of people working on it, and the results are fabulous, and the buzz is fabulous. So I'm really happy with it.
Percentage-wise, how big of a chunk was it to do our own artwork compared to, like, say, doing the Lord of the Rings or doing Mega Man or Dot Hack?
Well, we've had a lot of experience in the past doing individual images for properties, even for the licensed properties we did. So it's certainly not the first time we've done this, but the massive size of the project certainly made the job enormously difficult for our art department and the scheduling and things like that. But the talent down there is just fabulous, so the results are wonderful.
And we should also say the talent out there as well.
Absolutely.
We contracted a lot of outside artists.
Absolutely. We have a wonderful group of outside artists working on it, and I'm already seeing things from the next expansion set, so it's really getting exciting.
All right. What was the most difficult thing that happened during this process?
Oh, I don't know that there was any one particular thing that was difficult. Like I said, the passion for the project was so high that even when we bumped into these little roadblocks along the way, everybody just kind of jumped in and got over them. So I don't think there was one thing.
All right. Obviously, this is a collaborative process. Everybody here at Decipher was involved in one way or another. But were there any individuals that deserve just a kind of a special shout-out?
Actually, it's not even just here at Decipher, too, because we have all these outside playtesters that come in. Mm-hmm. We have retailers that give us impact reviews and stuff of the products as we're making them. Give us feedback. So, there's just literally hundreds and hundreds of people. But I think, inside Decipher, we'd have to just go around the board and almost list everybody that was on the list of employees, because every single person here has stepped in and done something on this project.
And that's kind of obvious from the photograph that we posted on Decipher.com today of our little impromptu party upstairs
right,
today.
which I was absent from today. I missed that.
Are you still lurking on the message boards?
Yeah, actually, I spent quite a bit of time on the message boards. I was out this past weekend just kind of going back and reviewing some of the older posts that I had missed for a while. And I really enjoy seeing all that feedback.
What do you think of the fan reaction?
Oh, it's fabulous. I mean, we couldn't script this. We couldn't make this any better than it possibly is right now. So
now we had a lot of people. We attracted a lot of people to this through the Star Wars CCG mechanics, but the property itself, the actual storyline, is picking up a lot of fans.
Correct. Yes.
Did you expect that would happen at this level?
Actually, we kind of did expect it. We really hoped that this would happen, but we spent an awful lot of time on the background developing a story that had enormous depth and character to it and spirituality to it and great characters and great settings and almost this kind of endless ability for us to carry the property, in lots of different directions. And when we started, we developed this 10-year story arc under which we were going to develop each of the years of the expansion sets. So we have a huge umbrella that covers all of this, and each of these individual elements, as they develop, just got more and more exciting. So yeah, I was kind of hoping this would happen, but you never know until things get out there.
Now, has that 10-year story arc plan changed at all since the inception of this?
Not really a lot. There's little tweaks that happen here and there to it, but the basic storyline, the basic kind of umbrella that we developed in the beginning is still there, still solid, and I'm sure we'll have a few tweaks as we go along, but it's working.
All right. Now, we do have more sets planned, obviously, for Wars TCG. The first expansion is called Nowhere to Hide, and that's going to be a short distance between Incursion and Nowhere to Hide.
Yes, correct. There's a 3-month window between the initial set and this first expansion set, and after that we'll go on these 4-month windows, and that was really designed to be able to get a substantial number of cards in the marketplace to be able, for all of those factions, to be able to have a really good base to work from. So when people started getting into the property and had, favored one faction over another, they were going to have the cards to be able to do that very early in the life cycle of the game. Now,
what will we see in these second, third, fourth sets?
Oh, you'll see a continued development of the storyline, a continued development of the character abilities. The keys and abilities will start growing over this kind of, again, this 10-year story arc. So you'll start seeing this kind of creation of really hundreds of heroes and villains throughout the development. You'll see some very interesting little tweaks here and there to the gameplay as we go forward. The guys have done a fabulous job of taking this core gameplay that we had in the Star Wars CCG and rounding that out and eliminating a lot of the things that we had in terms of problems with that, in terms of extending the product line for a long period of time. So we've built these kind of things in that we can do this cycling and keep the gameplay very fresh, but also always have these entry points available for new players.
All right. And, of course, tournament-wise, we've got Essen, which is coming up in just about 2 weeks from now, I guess that is.
$10,000 tournament there.
First tournament weekend is coming up here in just a couple of weeks as well. So are we going to keep adding these kind of little organized play events throughout the life of this game?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a whole program designed for special cards that we're going to use for different promotions. We have a $10,000 tournament that's going to be in the U.S. Later in the year. We have a whole bunch of kits that we've developed for retailers in terms of foil cards. We have a promotion that we're going to be doing that was very similar to our $10 promotions that we've done on Lord of the Rings, where you go in and buy a $10 purchase, you'll get a card for that. So lots of stuff is coming.
All right. Now, we had John Howe and Michael Stackpole.
Absolutely. Great guys.
Had their input into the game here. Are there any other celebrities that we're courting to help expand this Wars TCG universe?
Oh, yeah, actually, there are. They're not names that I would give you at this point, but we have both on the consulting side of stuff that we're doing in terms of the science that is built into Wars. We're doing stuff along those lines. And we're also doing stuff with having conversations with a lot of writers right now. So we plan on doing a lot of support material in terms of the story as we go forward, and you'll see some very interesting people working on that.
Now, somebody sent me a question to ask you, and that...
Oh, yeah?
It's a safe question.
Okay.
And basically what they wanted to know is, do you sit down and open packs?
You
Do
know,
you just when you're at home and you're away from the office and things are quiet, do you just crack open some packs and just look at and hold it in your hand and smell the new card smell?
I have to admit, I really do that. Yes, I've been doing this for 21 years, and the joy of opening those packs and pulling out those cards after you've seen all the development and all the work that went into it, and you open it up, and that's kind of the culmination of all of that process. It's really exciting. So yeah, I do.
And then
I admit it.
Part 2 of that question was, did you get any foils and do you want to trade?
I did not get any foils, so I can't trade those.
Okay, but if you want them, you can get them.
I can get them, yes.
All right, now, today is October 6th. A lot of people are thinking about Decipher and Wars TCG. The distributors are thinking about us because they're moving a lot of product.
Yes,
the retailers are anxiously waiting for the UPS truck to pull up front,
yes,
as are the lines of people that are waiting to get their hands. Do you have any message for them? Any words you'd like to pass along?
I have to send out this warm thank you for every single person out in the marketplace that's been involved in this product and that's going to be playing this product. We have a tremendous support network out there in our volunteers. We have a tremendous support network in our retailers and distributors. Our players are just fabulous. It's the best players in the gaming industry anywhere, for any products, for any company. So yeah, there's no end of praise going around. So
Warren, thanks for joining us. Wars Radio will continue. We'll start talking about the second set. And next couple of weeks, we'll start
Good
spoiling stuff from there. And you put out a winner today.
Thanks.
All right, moving along. No email of the week, but I do have a big reveal for you. Now, there's no link this week. You can see all the art you want at your local comic and games retailer. Go out and buy some packs and rip them open, and there you go. There's your big reveal. Now, I do have a big reveal for this week, and this is big news if you're a tournament player and if you have your sights set on that big $10,000 tournament in March in Las Vegas. The format for the tournament, $10,000 cash tournament, is going to be Booster Draft. Now, that announcement's officially going to be made next week or so, but we're going to sneak it out a little bit early here on Decipher Wars Radio. Now, Booster Draft is really cool because, on one hand, sealed product events lower the playing field considerably. You don't have to come in with a built deck. You don't need 4 of this rare card. You don't need any of that kind of stuff. It's Booster Draft. You come in, you tear open the packs, you build your deck based on what you get. Now, on the other hand, winning at Booster Draft requires an intimate knowledge of the game, all of the little nuances of the game, and you also need to be familiar with all of the cards in Wars TCG. So it should be interesting to see who comes out on top and wins the big chunk of that $10,000. So, your big reveal for this week, Booster Draft Tournament in March in Las Vegas for that $10,000 cash. One last thing to let you know about this week, all of the Email of the Week prizes have been sent out. All winners up to date should have their prizes very soon. Some cool stuff in there, folks, so check that out when you get it. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Next week, we're back to Friday as I figure out what we're going to be talking about on Wars Radio now. What I want to hear from you in your emails is stories from your local retailer. Did they sell out of Wars TCG? When did they sell out? Where were the release day tournaments? Who bought the most amount of Wars TCG at one time? Just share with me your stories of going into your stores and picking up Wars TCG during this opening week. If you think it will interest me or the Wars Radio listeners, then let us know about it, all right? Send your comments, suggestions, feedback, or whatever else you want to email us about at wars.radio@decipher.com or call us on our Wars Radio phone line, 757-664-1173. Toll charges do apply, folks. That's all for this week on Decipher Wars Radio. Now I'm going to go crack a box or two. We'll see you next week.
Signal verification is complete.